Welcome to Bionicle Commentary Central. And I can't think of a good...
Hello.
That'll work. I was trying to think of a good, catch...
Hello and welcome to the Makuta Fest after party here with the BCC.
Yes!
And by that I mean 2 people from the BCC.
2 people.
Who did not win anything at all in Makuta Fest.
Yeah.
Boo.
I'm gonna go ahead and call this Pout Fest 20... Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I'm Chris, here with Fortian.
Yay, I'm back. After so long.
Dun 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 dun. Alright, first thing I'd like to say to all you BCC people who didn't show up, including but not limited to LQ, Malorus, Alexander, Gaz, Mace, Keplers, and SW, you have failed this city. I'm just gonna be frank about this one.
You failed this city.
Boom. And you know what? I have to do it for one guy on the entire team who gets that reference.
Of course.
Which is fantastic.
I'm a cool guy. Anyway, so I think to start things off, we should probably say that we had a win at Makuta Fest.
Yes, we did.
Because LQ won the first prize trivia question and got a protector of ice.
Woohoo! So, you want to tell the story, or should I tell the story, or should we just tell it like it is and no exaggeration?
Let's see. Well, the question was, it regarded a certain composer for the Matt Newey online game, and I don't remember the answer to the question.
I remember this one because it hurt. So
yeah, it was a pretty brutal question.
Yeah, so the cast of Makuta Fest, they're talking, and they're talking, and also they'll trivia question. So we all race over to our computers, we get ready to type, we're thinking through. Matt Newey, Tahu, 2005, Greg Farshty, Bacon.
Yeah, I've got like a tab on my computer open with BSO1. And I'm like, okay, we're getting ready, we're doing this. Yeah.
Wait, you had BSO1 open?
I'm gonna win stuff.
You had it open?
Hmm?
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't even have it open. I thought if I Googled it, I'd be taking too long.
Nah. I had it open and I did apparently take too long.
Oh. Where's Mace with all his sound effects? Mace, get your butt over here!
He's not coming. Anyway, so the question was regarding the composer for the Matt Newey online game music.
Yep. Specifically the part where they're invading the Rama hives.
Right. To see what the parody was of the original song. And the answer was Flight of the Valkyries. What was the composer's name?
Richard Faulkner.
Right, Richard Faulkner.
No, Wagner.
Wagner.
Yeah, W-A-G-N-E-R, but the Germans pronounce it W.
Okay, now I remember. And yeah, that was the answer to the question, and LQ won a protector of his choice.
Yep.
Offered by the team.
Yep, if you were there, you'll remember that they announced BCC LQ 1998. For instance, he was a genius because he set up his Twitch account, so it automatically gives the BCC advertising. So, out of many different YouTube channels, we won at Makuta Fest, and you can take that to the bank!
We got points!
Yeah, we got the LQ,
got cred.
Man, the LQ!
We got cred! Bossman got cred. Bossman got cred. Hashtag Bossman got cred.
I want to see that in the comments! Hashtag Bossman got cred!
Please make it happen, people.
Let's do this! Yeah.
Alright. And then after that, they were raffling off stuff. They were doing more trivia prizes with the medium-sized Toa, Loss, which isn't a bad set. I like that set. It's one of my favorite sets that is also a gimmick. But it actually works the gimmick into the set, which is why I like it.
See, honestly, I don't understand why people don't like Lord of Skullspire so much.
Exactly. I think it's because he lost, and he lives up to his name.
I mean, that's probably one
why.
little detail. Honestly, it reminds me of a boxer.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it works in the gimmick that it's meant to do so well. it's not like Skull Scorpio where it's just all in one place and it just looks kind of out of place. I mean, I liked Skull Scorpio in the beginning because he was so innovative, but then looking at him again, it's like,
Yeah. Which
I feel like if I get him in hand, I'll feel the same way. But then I'm just gonna make that giant combiner with the Skull Grinder, and it's gonna be
it
awesome.
will be awesome. See, if I had won
But-
the sweepstakes, I'd be able to tell you how Skull Scorpio turned out. But as of now,
Oh, yeah, I
we
would've-
have no 2015 summer sets.
Yeah. If I'd won the raffle because I forgot to enter, wah wah wah.
Wah, wah,
Anyway, if I had won the raffle, I would have said, well, they give you Mask Maker versus Skull Grinder because that's a given. Everyone wants that set.
everyone and their
But then they but then they allowed you a $15 set of your choice. I would have chosen Skull Scorpio because, okay, look, he's okay by my standards, but he's not worth my $15.
It's better get it for free than have to pay for it.
Exactly.
You
That
are a
was my
smart man.
mindset. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Back on topic of Makuta Fest, they also did trivia prizes for shirts, for TTV shirts, and
Oh yeah, the shirts.
$20 Toa. And they did unveil new shirt designs, and the time traveling Moaka one looks boss.
Yeah. One thing I'm a little hesitant about. Okay, two things about the t-shirts. One makes me
All right.
just deeply saddened within my soul, and the other one I'm just kind of not sure about it. Because there's one thing I kind of gained a reputation for in the BCC is that I love t-shirts. I have a Shield shirt. I have the older logo Shield shirt. I have a Stark Industries shirt. I have an Aperture Science shirt. I'm working on BCC logo shirts. I've been trying to look for a Bionicle shirt. I'm looking for a Ninjago shirt of some sort. I'm looking for a Jurassic Park and Jurassic World shirts. I'm currently trying to find a PanCon Pacific. It goes on and goes on. Well,
Oh yeah.
the thing that I don't get is with the TTV shirts, I feel like they're too much of inside jokes, honestly. And now I understand that's the best way to get their product out. But one thing I like about wearing my t-shirt is because it represents my fandom, and there are enough people out there to where it's a trigger. Like, I walk around with my Aperture Science shirt on campus. People are all, oh my gosh, I love that game. The cake is a lie, and all that. They get it. If I walk around with a time-traveling Muwaka shirt,
No one's gonna get it.
I'm representing the fandom.
I mean, I feel the same. I feel the same way. Like if I walked around with 3 virtues on my shirt, like the symbol on my shirt, people might get it, but I'm still gonna see it as like I'm still gonna see it as cool, not just like an inside joke, because that was the symbol of Bionicle.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, it still is.
And the thing is, people recognize that. Like, for
Exactly.
Halloween campus party, I went as Toa Onua Nuva. I made this costume.
Oh wow.
It was pretty cool. And everyone knew almost instantly what it was, but they could not attach a name to it. I'm walking around the honors department. They're all, that's a Bionicle. That's Tahu. One guy, he finally got it. I walked back to my dorm,
Oh wow.
and no one had gotten it. And he's standing there with a couple other friends. They just gotten off the bus or head back to the dorm. And they're all, oh my gosh, nice costume, bro. Yeah, thanks. Oh, let me guess what that is. It's Bionicle. Yeah, it's Toa. Toa! And we just freaked out because I finally found someone he knew the fandom.
Wow.
It was so cool.
Yeah, that's something.
One person.
That's something I
out of 1,500
found-
on campus.
Yeah, that's something I found like really rare in my life. Is that like, I want to say before I started talking to you guys at the BCC, there was really nobody my age who liked Bionicle, so I was kind of alone until I found BCC, of course, because they're awesome.
Well, thank you. You're awesome too. You are also BCC.
Yeah, and then there's also like BZP and the TTV message boards where you could just like write to people, but it's like it's not as much of an interaction until you like talk to people.
Yeah.
And that's why I think this is so great. But
Yeah, that's one
Life-
thing that makes Makuta
Life-
Fest so cool as well. It's literally
exactly, life things aside, Makuta Fest.
Yeah.
Makuta Fest makes it awesome
Oh yeah.
because it allows you to see all the different points in the community, all the different points of contention, all the different points of discussion, and just mashes them all together into one night of greatness.
I know. Or mid-afternoon / evening-ish if you're on the Pacific coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that part. Yeah. Like, you know, if that was, let's say Makuta Fest were for some reason to be a live event and we were going and we had tickets, see, that's a place where I would wear a time-traveling Muaka shirt. Because people all over the place would be I understood that reference. And there'd be high fives, and there'd be hugs, and there'd be everything. If I'm walking around campus with a time-traveling Muaka shirt, half the time I'm going to have to explain it to these noobs. Because I'm so high and mighty, you know?
Just imagine if Makuta Fest evolved from a live stream to a full-on convention.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
it's unlikely, but that would be sick.
That'd be the best. Well,
that would be sick.
Like, don't write off a Bionicle convention just yet.
I don't even use that word in normal language, but that would be awesome.
It would be awesome and sick. Well, I mean, don't exactly write off the possibility of a Bionicle convention. There are LEGO conventions all over the place, and while none are fandom specific, the Bionicle community is so much stronger and so much more club-like, for lack of a better word. Like, we're a group of people where if you mention
definitely.
Bionicle, instantly I'm your friend. Instantly you're my friend.
Oh, definitely.
If you're lost and you need a cab ride home 16,000 miles across the U.S., I will pay for your ticket because you are a Bionicle fan. Well, not exactly, but you know what I mean. And so with that kind of tight fandom and the fact that, you know, most of us BCC members met because of our love of Bionicle and because we wanted to be a team and make a channel. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, that's the kind of stuff that draws together fandoms for conventions and such. So I honestly would not write off the possibility of a future Bionicle convention.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the fandom is what helped me get back into Bionicle when I was still getting back into it, or when I was still like getting back into it a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
I was just like rereading all the serials on BionicleStory.com back when it was still up.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been a long time.
Those were the days.
But I was just reading them, and I got done like reading all of them, and I mean reading every single one. Like, I even went to BSO1 to read the transcript versions of all the podcasts, and I was just like, well, what do I do now? There's nothing new.
Yeah.
Then I go on YouTube and I find like IDS 5621, Onipex and Pals, Gaku and Rio, all of iBionicle's stuff.
He's the best.
And I think, wow, like, it's still alive, almost.
Yeah, how many
like,
fandoms...
People are breathing...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Like, people are breathing life into this, and that's great. I want to get in on this.
That is a perfect choice of words. Bionicle was literally a dying fandom. Like, I think of Firefly. I got a lot of friends who watch Firefly, and they're all, yeah, they canceled this season, everyone's mad. Well, I totally understand, but unfortunately, with a fandom like that, only 1 year, and it is going to die fast. But with the Bionicle fandom, you had about 10 solid years of everything. And so, in the same way you would expect our fandom to die, you have to look at the magnitude of what we had, and you realize, oh, whoa, these guys aren't going to die that easily.
Right. And now, I think this is a good segue to get into our next topic of discussion, is the fact that 1 year ago, the first leaks of the Bionicle 2015 sets came to TTV, I believe, and now it's gotten in more fans, I think, than the past 10 years, because it's now a combination of the fans of the past 10 years, minus a few people who don't like CCBS or don't like the new story, plus new fans. Which is great.
Which is amazing.
Yes. I feel like seeing new fans on the internet is just, it's rare because, you know, they're all young children and we're like 19, 20 years old. But it's just seeing that there's new people interested in it. It's just, it makes me happy.
Yeah, it's...
Because now people can share in what I grew up with.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah, it's literally an experience that we've all shared, and that's what makes it amazing. You know, just a quick question, just so we can kind of look back a bit as well as look forward. When was the first time you saw the leaked display case, the old black and white one? The first leaks ever.
It was, I think, July the 3rd. It was like the exact same day that it came out. The black and white one.
Oh, nice.
Like the day that it came out, TTV posted a video of it with the pictures, and it had a picture of the display case and a picture of the preliminary product catalog.
Oh, nice.
And they actually had Lego. Apparently, they had Lego contact them. As far as I know, they had Lego contact them, and they had to get all the pictures blurred because because all of that was evidence, and it was real, and it was awesome.
Yeah. And that was enough to get fans going, hype train! I saw it all over the place.
Oh my god, the hype train. I'm so glad it is gone, because it was annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun at first, but, I mean, I'm not one to get hyped, really. I mean, I'll prepare, but I don't exactly really, like, get hyped for something, because the last time I got hyped for something, it was Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2.
Oh, yeah.
And that was it was okay, but it wasn't great.
I've heard the legends.
Yeah. It's fun, though. Back on topic, though. Bionicle is back.
Maybe.
And I think this year, so far, has been outstanding. Probably, I've been more engaged in it than any other year in the past.
Oh, same here. My problem was, when I got into Bionicle, it was 2010. It's actually when my family and I went to Legoland, and I saw Bionicle canisters, and oh man, I really want to buy these. Because, I was young and ignorant, had no clue. My parents were all, you know what? Yeah, I guess we're at Legoland. You can spend your money on Lego. It makes logical sense.
Aww.
I was just, my eyes lit up. I'm like, yes! I'm buying Bionicles! That's how naive I was. I called it Bionicles. And then it turns out that's the final year. And I'm thinking, crap! What happened? So, my brother and I...
Wait, did you buy the stars?
I bought the stars.
You bought the star. Oh my goodness.
I bought the...
Get him out of here. He bought the stars.
I bought the Matanui stars in the Matanui Legoland.
But my last Bionicle, I guess G1 set, apparently people are calling it that now. My last set was the Thornatus V9.
Oh, nice.
And that I still have like the basic skeleton still put together with all the wheels and everything. I just took all everything in silver I took off.
You know what? That's a
and I just, oh yeah, because I'm kind of using the pieces for like my self mock, but that's beside the point. But I think it's a great vehicle. It's an awesome set.
I really want that set. I saw that at Toys R Us several years back. I'm like, they still have it? Must buy. But that was during a period of time where my mom and my dad and I were debating about, well, Chris, you are in high school. Why are you still buying Lego? Because high school and the high school environment have very little else to offer in terms of an actually intelligent fandom that actually does things.
Yeah. But I feel like back then I would have gotten or I should have gotten as well, like along with the Thornatus V9, what was the motorcycle with the sidecar in 2009? Was it Sendox?
Sendox, that's what it was.
Sendox, okay. But that one was pretty cool. It was like blue, and I'm a big fan of blue.
Can I quickly check just in case?
It looks so cool.
Sendox. Was it the Sendox?
I don't remember.
But Sendox. Nope, that's the bike thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I have that one.
You mean the snow thing or something like that?
Yeah, it's got the treads in the back and then the skis in the front.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah,
that one's cool.
I got that one actually. It's a really nice vehicle, except for the fact that the Fire-Gory. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at his name again. I am blanking out on his name.
The name doesn't matter. Just
the name doesn't matter. Well, the joints kept breaking. I'm pretty sure if I rebuilt the guy, I'd have to replace all his limbs with white pieces to resemble body casts.
Nice.
Hey, true story.
I feel like, and okay, back on on the topic of Bionicle 2015, that's the one thing I really like about this reboot, is that it uses CCBS, and it's so durable. Like, I'd have to get a hammer to break the parts.
Yes.
I can't do it with my bare hands.
Yes.
I can't do it with my bare hands, and I could actually break old Bionicle parts with my bare hands.
You know,
and that's just bad.
You know what?
I can't even.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I can't even imagine like why they would go with such a brutal system in the last few years. Were they just like desperate for money? Did they have to churn them out that fast? I don't know.
I don't know either. I've heard that there's some plastic changes around those years, but I honestly do not remember.
Makes sense. They probably go cheap because economy.
Yeah, the economy was kind of tanking.
2008 was the big crash in the economy, so
and
that makes sense.
And Lego, like back in 2003, Lego was approaching bankruptcy, so they had to put it in their grand action plan to ensure they didn't go under. I'm guessing in 2008 there was a lot of hesitancy.
Oh, definitely.
This is just speculation. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like the last few years were okay. But I feel like this new reboot is like, it's killing it.
I know.
I mean, it's awesome. And I don't care what people say about the animations or the sets or the story. I think it's gearing up to be quite good. I'm more engaged in it now than ever. I'm not getting sidetracked as much by Transformers as I am now. But
yeah, Bayformers,
sorry,
Bionicle.
I don't talk about that man. I actually
his
just
name
saw
is
that
not
movie.
mentioned.
Yeah, I just saw that last movie and not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but
Yeah, well, I look back at the animations, and at first I was thinking, why are we getting this amount of information? But then when I thought about it, I mean, back then I said this on podcast 16. We didn't get as much information, but we were still pretty okay about it because it was big and new.
Yeah.
These days, we're just kind of a spoiled fandom. We expect a host of books, a host of comics, a couple games, maybe some movie material, and sets, all within about the first year or so.
But I like that they're being kind of careful with it. Like, they're not trying to go all out like they did with, say, like, Ninjago or something.
Oh, there's a huge
advantage. Trying
advantage.
To keep it... Yeah, I mean, I think it's to their advantage that they're taking it relatively slow. Like, they're not just, like, pushing it into your face right now, this moment. They're just kind of, like, saying that it's here, and we expect you to enjoy it.
Exactly.
And I am enjoying it. A bunch of other people I know, like, kids are enjoying it. I know kids are enjoying it. I mean, the last time I went to a Lego store, the shelves were pretty much, like, full. Like, they had just gotten a new shipment. They were, like, packing them onto the shelves as I was walking in.
Oh, nice.
And I actually asked I asked the attendant, like, or the employee who was packing them, like, how is this line doing? And she said to me, it's doing generally as well as every other new theme does in its first year. And I'm like, great. And usually, like, she gave the example, like, Ninjago, which I was surprised by her pronunciation of all these terms.
Ninjago.
Because she actually said Ninjago in that pronunciation, in the pronunciation I am saying right now.
Okay, let's go on a quick tangent here. Like, it drives me nuts when the majority of... Okay, here, this is just a little pet peeve of mine. It drives me nuts when when people are referring to Lego as Legos. It drives me ballistic. Completely ballistic.
Doesn't really get me mad. Doesn't really get me mad at all. But, doesn't really get me mad. Yeah. Same with Bionicles. Well, now it does a little bit. I think it's just a preference.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is preference, unfortunately. But what does surprise me is, I hear a bunch of adults that say Legos, Ninjago, Ninjago, stuff like that. Bionicle. Well, I think the only reason they can pronounce Bionicle is that they can't think of any other way to mispronounce Bionicle.
Well, it's better than saying hero factories.
Oh no, that'd be terrible.
I mean, that's worse.
So what really catches me off guard is when you have an adult of some sort who will be all, oh yeah, Lego Ninjago. Wait, say that again.
And that's great.
Fantastic.
But she said that, and I was like, wow, I guess it is really doing good. And then this group of kids walks in, right?
Oh yeah, we were on your story.
Talking about how they're talking about how Liwa is the coolest Toa because he's just so careless. And I'm like,
interesting.
And I walked away from him, and I'm like, oh,
so beautiful.
Like that was me. That was me years and years and years ago, and I'm like, wow, it's been that long, and I'm finally back.
Yeah.
And that's what this reboot has done for me.
We are reliving
It's not
the legend.
ruined by the fact that it's different. I like the fact that it's different because now I'm being able to not only relive it, but to experience a new story. And that's something that I feel like people are forgetting, is the fact that not only is it a reboot, but it's a completely new thing with, some of the old characters and stuff.
Oh yeah. That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun. See, one disadvantage I had, I have little siblings, and I told them, oh yeah, Bionicle. Oh, what's Bionicle? And I try explaining it to them, and I think it's cool, but as with a lot of old Lego themes, if you can't be in the moment with it, it's not as fun. But
right.
Now that there's new sets coming out, I'm telling my little brother, oh yeah, they got these sets are coming out. Here's the storyline, and I haven't shown him the mini movies yet, but I am going to sometime soon. And some of the sets, and he wants to get a couple of them, and he's looking at them, and that's just the cool thing. It's just reigniting the hype for both sides. So you get the hype
right.
of a new generation of Bionicle fans, and reigniting the hype of the old ones, which I think is just super cool.
I can agree. I can agree with you. Like a few points back, you said like it's not as fun if you're experiencing it like later in the party. Like I agree with you. Like, I didn't get into watching the show until 2013, in which it like, supposedly ended.
Yeah.
But we all know how that went.
We told Lego no, and Lego was all, okay, fine.
Yeah, because they were making money. Cha-ching. But, I didn't get into it until 2013, so I just binge-watched the show one weekend. And
you could
do
that,
actually. It was fun, but... Yeah, I know. It was fun, but at the same time, it was like, now I want more. And I can't experience it now because I've watched it all. Because it's all gone. But then 2014 happened, and I was like, awesome!
Yes!
And now 2015 is upon us, and it's like, awesome!
I know. That's the best part about all this, is that it's literally, we fans literally asked, hey, can we have some more Bionicle, please, because we enjoyed the old part? And Lego's all, sure, have at it.
Exactly.
Well, sweet!
Yeah, and that's both a blessing and a curse for the community, because it means that new people are coming in, but that means old people are leaving because they don't like the new thing, which, I don't understand that. I mean, come on, people. It's not going to be the same. No one wants it to be the same. And if you're worried that Lego's going to ruin it, they're not ruining it if it's something completely new.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's the mentality most fans need to understand, is that Lego, they're the artists. We get mad at directors when they quote unquote ruin their own franchises. Well, if you're rebooting a franchise, but I'm trying to think of a really good example. Oh, Marvel.
I would say Star Wars.
Marvel's kind of a good example. Because at the beginning, people
definitely
were super hesitant. They were all, well, Marvel's done a pretty bad job already. But then Marvel went ahead and they made Thor one of the goofiest looking comic characters, where people thought there's no way you can make a movie that takes us seriously. They make an awesome movie out of that.
And they made all 4 movies work, and then they made the movie where they all come together with a whole bunch of other people, and that was like world record setting.
Yeah, and now they're taking all the miscellaneous heroes. Ant-Man, I never heard of Ant-Man when I was little. Who are the Guardians of the Galaxy?
He's awesome.
And it goes on.
I did.
And it goes on and on and on. And Marvel
Oh,
managed
definitely.
to, Marvel's doing whatever they want with the new franchise. Now, there are probably some old comic fans who are all, oh my gosh, it's so dark and terrible, and people don't want, I don't want to watch this because it removes that comic feeling because it's kind of violent and stuff, blah blah blah. I've heard these
Right.
comments. I don't even know what to do
That's
with them.
actually surprising because if you take that and turn it to Bionicle, it's the exact opposite.
It is the exact
People want
opposite.
it to be dark. People want it to be dark, and I'm like, why? It was so. I don't want to say it's bad, but it was like, it was so less inviting. Like I felt like, as it was getting darker, I felt like I was getting away from it more and more in the later years.
Well, see, I think there's a difference between dark and serious. Like for one
Right.
thing, the old what'd you call it? The old Bionicle, there were portions of it which were dark. Hordika was definitely dark.
True, but it was it wasn't as dark as the later years
Yeah,
where
and then
it
Anika
was like,
was
okay,
definitely
we gotta do things or else people are going to, and then they use the word die.
I know exactly what
And
you mean.
that was when it was like, okay, this is real.
Yeah, this is
Like this
is
just
a
got
legit
real.
problem. Yeah, but I think back to like the 2001, for instance, 2001 through 2003, my all-time favorite years.
Oh, definitely.
Because I'm a sucker for
Definitely.
classic Lego. I love classic Lego, and Bionicle fits in
Adventures
that
all the way.
series. And so I look back there, and I realized Bionicle took itself pretty seriously then too. I mean, granted, you had some like the Matoran's, goofy antics and stuff like that, and the Taraga seemed a little strange, but overall, it took
Right.
itself seriously. Bionicle was not
Yeah,
meant
it
to
had-
be a comedy.
It had both seriousness as well as some comedic moments.
And it was fun.
Like yeah, like you always had like some Matoran falling over themselves, or some Matoran tripping over and doing something stupid, but it always led back to this serious tone where it's like, okay, there are bad guys, we gotta go fight them. It was never, we gotta go kill a bad guy. We gotta go kill
There's that
the
word
bad
again.
guy. Exactly. Like, now you have in the later years, it was the heroes and the villains trying to kill each other. Not just fight each other, but kill each other. And that's something I really just didn't like as much.
Yeah, I see your.
And that's
see your
why I
point there.
think the earlier years and why I think this reboot is doing much better at that. Because it's not as much about death yet.
Yeah, I mean, we do have
Because
undead
summer.
villains. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I have no problem if characters die. I have no problem with that. What I would like to see though
course.
is like what 2001 through 2003 did. The Toa were serious; they were hardcore. If you think back to their
Yeah.
fights with Makuta says some actually fairly disturbing stuff, especially when you consider it
True.
in the storyline and also philosophically. Yeah, I'm gonna sound really weird here, but if you think about what Makuta says, and if you apply that to a real day scenario, it sounds pretty dark. But at the same time, you knew
yeah.
the Toa were gonna come out on top. And you know that the Matoran fighting above the surface, they were gonna keep it together, and they were gonna keep going on. And if that meant losing
Yeah.
for the day, they would go ahead, they'd get right back, and by the time they won, there would be light back on the island.
Yeah, and looking back at like the whole like not really comedic portions, but like how quirky the Matoran were, it's kind of like that was their essence of hope.
Yeah, that's literally what the Toa were
Yeah.
protecting.
It was yeah, and that's what they lived for. I mean, the one quote from Emnog from Pterodax that really stands out to me is, "You cannot destroy me, for I am nothing."
That is literally what
I mean-
Makuta is trying to do to the island. Because as soon as the Matoran
because,
lose
yeah.
their I mean, I don't want to use this term because
As soon as the army loses its morale, it crumbles into nothing.
Exactly. And to go even further, I'm hesitant about using this term because people misconstrue it. But the Matoran were innocent. Not innocent as in, oh no, they never seen terrible things or whatever, but more innocent in the fact that they didn't have to endure the hardship of war. Their memory was erased. They were just living, they were just doing their thing, and life was good. And as soon as the Matoran had to live in fear, the day that they would have to learn the fear of Makuta, that's when the Toa would really lose because their hope would
Yeah.
die.
Exactly. And I think that that might be. I hope that comes into play in the reboot at some point. Maybe next year if we can. But I feel like keeping it contained with the heroes is enough.
Oh yeah, and I would dare argue
I
they've already
mean-
started doing it in a sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, all the animations are about the heroes. And then there are all the people who are like, "Oh, it's not in depth enough. The protectors don't have names."
You
Well,
don't need a name.
there was a video that I saw a while back. It was like this person's making videos about the Toa and how they meet the protectors and fight the skull spiders and stuff. And it's Liwa talking to the protector jungle, and the protector jungle's like, "Okay, my name is," and then every time Liwa's like, "Shush, it's not important," and I'm like, "Thank you,
That is what
someone
it is.
said it." Someone said it. Thank you.
That is literally
It's not
the
important.
point.
They're just stock characters to fill the universe, and that's why they release them as sets.
Yeah.
That and to get money. But money.
Yeah, and we could go even further because Bionicle, at least at this point in the storyline, it's not about the protectors. It's not about the
Exactly.
villagers. It's about the heroes. Because no
Exactly.
story
It's trying to
starts without a
flesh out the
villain
heroes.
and a hero.
Yeah. I mean, they already got the villain and the heroes.
Oh yeah,
And they're going to get more villains, and they're going to get more heroes, and we know that.
yeah.
So why are people complaining? It's because they don't want change, and that's weird.
Well, I'd say it's more specific. I'd say the problem is that people want the universe of Bionicle back, and one
Yeah.
reason why back long ago why I wanted it to be a continuation so badly is because I didn't want to have to redig through this kind of mystery to get back to the Bionicle universe that I came to grow and love. I wanted to basically, all right, here's the universe where it is. We're gonna continue forward, and there'd be already something there. But with a reboot, we have to reassemble everything.
Yeah, I feel like, I knew, like, as soon as the first leaks came out and, like, Tahu was reaching for that mask, I'm like, reboot. Reboot. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
They would not make a continuation. That would never work, to me, at least. Like, I don't know how they make it work, but I always thought it was going to be a reboot, and I was right. It was a reboot, and it is. And I think the fact that it's a new place is it's astounding to me.
It is astounding.
I mean,
It's beautiful in and
I
of
think
itself.
it's great. I think it's great. I mean, like, the scenery and all the art that they have, all the concept art, all the animation art, it's beautiful. It really fleshes out the island itself. And then we have all these people who I would like to address, the people who want more world building. And to which I say, you want the world to be built up now. Why? Why not have it built up as you go? Because if you build it up now, that means you can't do much with it later. And that's what I think they're going to do with the story. Here's my hypothesis. They're going to reveal different parts of the island, which are going to be plot points for future years. Maybe there's some place in a swamp at the water region where the villains originate. Or maybe there's a Bow-Rock portal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another example that I want to make about world building, is that, like, when you first woke up on the beach in Emnog and you turned around, you saw this weird head thing on the rock.
Sticking out of the
slab.
rock.
Sticking out of the rock, and you had no idea what it was. You just thought, oh, that's a thing. But through the game, through the world building, you found out that it was a portal to a great evil. You didn't know, first off. You found out as you played.
Yep.
So why are people asking for things now rather than later? And I feel like that stems back to your discussion before, where you were saying, like, people want more story now.
Yes.
It's like,
I was one of those guys.
guys, be patient. Jeez.
I was one of those guys. I was just too impatient. Because I remember back when I saw the first leak photo, the display case. So SW and we were on a camping trip, because SW is my cousin. Spoiler alert to everyone who already knew. Dun, dun, dun. And we're on this camping trip, and he's telling me about BCC and this great plan back in initial stages and stuff like that. Because I came on BCC pretty late. In fact,
right. You were actually the newest member before me.
Yeah, technically I'm the second
wink, wink.
newest.
That's a true story.
So we have the two noobs running the podcast.
Yay!
Woohoo! Well, he's trying to sell me on to the idea, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I was sold on. I was gonna go check out this BCC thing, but one thing he said is, "Oh yeah, Bionicle's returning." Wait, what? Shocker! And he says, "Yeah, we found this concept art." And pretty much for the rest of the camping trip, I mean, we were fishing, we made a fire, it was fantastic. Things are great, but I was like, you know what? I really want an internet connection right now, so I can go see if my childhood is returning.
Right, like when I first saw the leaked picture, the first leaked picture, okay, back to the beginning of this of the discussion.
Flip back and we'll
when
go
I
forward.
first saw the leaked picture, I got chills up my spine. I got goosebumps. I'm like, is that a thing? Is it a thing?
It is a thing.
It's
It is a thing. And we just all hyped up, and in the process of that hype, I started to think, okay, man, it's gonna be. I'm hoping it's a continuation. Here's why it'd be a continuation: point A, point B, point C, point D, point E. And you know what? My argument still stands as to why a continuation would be cool. But looking back at it, I was just a hyping fan who didn't really want Bionicle. I wanted my Bionicle.
Exactly. I think that's another point of contention in the community is that a lot of people think that Lego didn't listen to them with how they wanted Bionicle. It's like, they don't like us. Well, go check out TTV's interview of Merlin Mann, the guy who writes for the Bionicle shorts, and get back to me, please.
Exactly. In fact, one thing I would dare argue is that anyone who wants, we want a bigger universe. We want names. We want this. We want that. Those people, I would say, they're not looking for a reboot. They're looking for a continuation.
Exactly.
And
they're looking for new things, or they're looking for old things in a new universe.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's the wrong mindset to have. I'm looking for new things to have. I want a new story. I don't want Bo-Rock. I don't want Rockshi anymore. Although Rockshi would be cool.
Yeah.
Bo-Rock, Those fake Bo-Rock leagues were terrible. But I want something new, and that's something that I like about the new Skull villains, is the fact that they're new. There's something new that Bionicle has never done before.
Exactly. And one thing with Lego is they never sold us a universe. They sold us an experience. In a sense, you could argue the Bionicle is like a roller coaster. We got in the car at the beginning. We had no clue what was going to be ahead, but we rode it, and we rode it. Now, what too many people are trying to do is they want to get on the same exact roller coaster for a new series of Bionicle, but they basically want the roller coaster to be in the exact same way it was last time. Well, what's the point in the ride? If you play Mad and Nui online the same way that people want this new G2 universe, I would have to literally sit there and point out every little detail and tell you its backstory right there and then. And where's the fun in that?
Exactly.
Oh, that rock leads to the Bar Archive. Oh, that ocean is where the canisters fell in. That's the Red Star. It regenerates people.
Imagine it was just a direct reboot of the same exact storyline we got before. We'd be able to point out everything, and it wouldn't be as much fun as it is.
It would not be as much fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's the second time that I've gone on this same doofy roller coaster. Whereas now, with this reboot, it's like, wow, this new roller coaster's got flips and turns, and it's got full, 360s so high up, it's like King
It's got a jump?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It, goes off the rails and then comes back on. It's, awesome.
Exactly.
And that's what I like about this reboot.
Yeah. And so at this point, I'm not gonna angrily swarm Lego with emails. I'm not gonna do the Bring Back G1 campaign. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna click my seatbelt. I'm gonna pull down the guardrail thing, and I'm just gonna enjoy the coaster because that's what it actually is.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on for dear life because I'm not a big fan of roller coasters. But
well, besides that,
I'm going to enjoy it, and I already am enjoying it.
I actually did ride the Bionicle Blaster when I was at Legoland at one time, and I did ride that Technic roller coaster.
Isn't the Bionicle Blaster just the teacups?
No. It's like cool gear things. Do not defile Bionicle with basic human terms.
Oh, okay.
I'm just teasing.
I've never been to Legoland, so meh.
Well, back in the day when I went there, I was like, oh man, I want to check out the Bionicle Museum, because that Legoland really sparked that. Okay, I'm gonna be in Bionicle now. Well, my parents were a little too tired, so they didn't want to do it, so I missed out on the Bionicle Museum. But other than that, I got some sets. I got to ride the Bionicle Blaster, and I got to first class tickets to the hype train. So I'm okay.
So it's been about 45 minutes now, but I want to discuss something really quick.
Let's do it. Really
quick. In I think 15 minutes tops.
We can do this.
So Christian Faber, the guy who does the Faber File stuff and is doing the what's it called, the Taraga Files,
which is pretty cool,
where he reveals all this old stuff from the days of Bionicle's past. He has started, or he stopped doing the Taraga Files because Lego, as far as I know, has rehired him to work on the Bionicle exhibit at the upcoming Lego house in Denmark.
Awesome. You know what? I think I heard about that. They're going to display all his artwork up there.
So when I get big and I have money and a family to enjoy Lego, I want to go to the Lego house and see the Bionicle exhibit, and I'm probably going to cry.
Just weep tears of joy. Well, you know, if we do like a BCC conference trip or something in the future, that is the place we need to go.
I don't even know. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
We could have a BCC reunion party. We could meet all of our peeps.
We're all old and like 70 something. Hype train has no brakes, honey.
Hype train got no brakes.
Beware the swarm. Beware the... Oh, my back.
Mackie gonna get you on the run.
Everywhere you see, look out there. Caught up in a dream.
Surrender or run.
For freedom we... What? Don't talk so loudly. Let me turn up my hearing. Oh, that hurts. Wow. If there are any elderly people listening to this podcast, no offense at all. You guys are great.
I'm sorry. Old people are not like that. My grandfather is not like that. My grandfather is actually a healthy individual. Even though he eats all this fatty food. Yeah. It's kind of bad.
My grandma, I'm pretty sure if the CIA hired my grandmother, she would completely decimate the enemy.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. And you know what? SW will confirm this. Our grandma, you know, she seems like a really, you know, really nice lady. You know, doesn't really leave her city much. You know, she walks the dogs every day. But man, if you get her going on something that she is passionate about, she is fierce. Wow. I mean, I'm sure she was hyped up about Bionicle as much as we were, and Bionicle closed back in 2009. I bet she would single-handedly bring back its return.
Jeez. She'd probably like climb up to the ranks of like head of the design team and say like, "Hey, stop working on this Hero Factory stuff.
Yeah,
let's make Bionicle."
Hey, you go, Grandma K.
Not that Hero Factory is bad. Hero Factory brought up a lot of good innovations and a lot of really, really interesting points of contention. But you know, I liked it.
Well, honestly, for a future podcast, I think we should take a look back at Hero Factory and just do an analysis of it.
Definitely, we should just like do like a retrospective of Hero Factory, all the different years, all the different things that it brought up.
Yes.
But back on the topic of the Lego house, and
the Bionicle.
As far as I know, construction has been on the way, and now there's going to be a Bionicle exhibit, and it's going to be like a museum, and I think that's great.
Well, Bionicle is the toy that basically saved Lego. I know people like to credit Star Wars financially, but Bionicle brought the soul of Lego back.
I think they did like this infographic a few months ago, and it had Bionicle as like one of the top 5 best-selling lines in Lego history.
Oh, hands down.
Oh yeah. I mean, it saved them. But I don't use that to determine how well this reboot is going to do. I use that as just saying like, oh, that's a fact.
Well, it's about the core of Bionicle. The core of Bionicle is an epic story. and an epic community. Because Bionicle, even without...
And a toy line, which is how they're trying to sell it now, is that it's a toy line. It's not just a story.
Well, the toy line is part of the story experience. You know, like...
But,
you know, when you
but
read
now, for the reboot, it seems like they're trying to sell the toy first, and then, like, tell the story, or they're trying to use the story to sell the toys, because, you know, that's what they do.
Oh, yeah. Well, Lego has to sell products. That's what we do.
And I think, and a lot of people are like, oh, toys are going to go out now because mobile games, but I think Lego's got everything under control.
Can I go ahead and make a bold
go.
statement quickly?
Make your bold statement.
I will make my bold
italics.
statement.
In italics and underline.
Italics, underline, bold, with a couple strike-throughs. Just to,
yes.
With like 72-point font. When was the Lego brick first created? 1958. What year are we in now? 2015. So 42 plus 15, I'm going to do some basic math here. 57 years of the Lego brick. Easily.
Wow.
57 years of approximately 3 to 4, maybe even 5, if I'm doing my math correctly, generations of people playing with a single plastic brick. Now let's go to Minecraft. Minecraft is the big crazy days. And you know what? I'm a Minecraft fan. Minecraft is affected about say... I don't remember when it was launched. 2011, I think? 2010?
Millions upon millions of people.
Millions upon millions of people, 4 to 5 years. Lego is still standing strong. Lego is still rocking this thing. And so
they're standing strong against Minecraft, and they're working with Minecraft.
Exactly.
That's
how Lego
awesome.
is boss. And like I said, I have my siblings, and my one brother, he loves Minecraft. My problem is often to get him off of Minecraft to make sure that the computer doesn't overheat. But you know, when my brother and I, when we sit down and do something together, it's not us playing, you know, some kind of digital realm or whatever. It's playing Lego, because the essence of Lego, and this is so connected to Bionicle, the essence of Lego is creativity, it's storyline, and so my brother and I, we have a blast with that, because it's just that epic mix. And so I look back at stuff like Bionicle and the reboot, and one reason why I'm just super hyped about the reboot and complete confidence is because it still has that soul element of Bionicle. And now I sound like an English major. So there's my rant.
But now I feel like if I had younger siblings, I feel like I'd be able to finally experience it with somebody else other than friends.
Yeah. Yeah, go get some siblings. They're
No.
discounted at your local store.
No, I'm good, thanks. I don't need them touching my stuff.
We should probably call wraps on this.
like
We are going for a while.
all right then. Yeah, we're almost an hour in. So, I guess I'll do the outro.
Sounds like a plan.
So, I would like to thank all of you for listening. Be sure to check out all of our social media sites. And be sure to check out the next podcast or even the next video.
Absolutely.
As well as staying tuned for future projects that are yet to come out.
Oh, I got two
that are
things
coming
to throw
soon.
in quickly.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Galador reviews coming soon.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm going to back him up on this one. I saw part of one of them. We were still doing a little bit of last-minute editing, but it is happening. Just because.
Wait, what are you talking about? All right.
Yeah, you put it
Sneak
up
peek.
on OneDrive. You're all, here, check this out.
Sneak peek. I have already completed one, and it's great. By my standards, anyway. No one else has seen it. But we need to end, so thank you for listening. Like I said, you can check out all these social media sites, Facebook, Twitter,
etc.
Whatever else we're on.
Oh yeah, congratulations to LQ for winning in Makuta Fest. And if you won at Makuta Fest and you're listening to this podcast, hey, congrats to you guys. We're not mad, we're just slightly disappointed in our failures to type quickly.
We're also slightly perturbed that you won, but you know, that's beside the point.
We're glad you won. Enjoy your set.
Oh yeah, totally. You'll be fine. Enjoy your set. It's gonna be great. Especially if you're that one guy who won Mask Maker versus Skull Grinder.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
In that case,
you won. Congratulations.
Not only did you get Mask Maker, Skull Grinder, and Insert Skull Villain, but you got the tears of 172 people who cried during that podcast.
Wow. Rights.
I don't know.
Breaking rights. Alright, well, we're gonna sign off. So, I am Fordian, and I am back.
And I'm Chris, and I'll be back. I want to watch Terminator Genesis.
We will see you. We will see you later.
Adios.
Bye.